Hey 2D Design. Hopefully you had fun painting your 4 little tests so we can practice with our acrylic value scales with our black and white paint. But I just wanted to show you how we can kind of play on these and draw on them once they're dry, or how you can paint over them. And that can be when it is really fun. So the number one thing I want you to know when you're working over acrylic is these microns cannot be used over the wet paint. They're made with a little tube inside, and as soon as the pigment from the paint gets in the tip, they clog up immediately and they will never work again. So whatever you do, do not use your microns over the paint. You can, however, use your Sharpies. If you have markers that are felt tip 100% like a Faber-Castell, that will work. You have a white gel pen in your kit, and oh wait, here it is. I couldn't find it, and there it was. This will work really great, so I'll show you this in a second. But any kind of little gel pen should work, or even a ballpoint pen can work, and graphite. So you've got your mechanical pencils, you've got woodless pencils, which I can't find, but this will kind of get to the point with the 6B. It's the same level. And so the idea here is that we're going to color over these, and you can see how these materials work. If you love these and you don't want to color over them, then you might just knock out another little one really quickly so you can see how it can unfold. So we know how the Poscas work because we used them in our tinting exercise, but we can try them again. We can try some different things. But I'm going to just show you, like on my ball, since I have my little tracer, what might happen if, let's say, I use a Sharpie. You can see how it kind of changes the temperament of the piece, like that it has a little bit of resolve. You can see what happens if you did it with your Posca pen instead. The Sharpie leaves like kind of a brown glow. I don't know if that's the right word. But there it is with our Poscas. You can see what happens if you do some little detail work. And this will be when we do our actual project where it can get kind of fun, because these are so fun to paint over. And it was how they end up feeling like they've got a little detail and like they're a little bit more resolved. You can see what happens with the gel pen. Oops, I just want to make sure I don't draw over it itself so it doesn't smear. But you can use all these different tools in your kit to see how you can kind of up the quality of the design by adding little bits of detail with some of these different tools. You can see maybe what happens with your graphites. This is a 6B, and your woodless graphites are going to be really beautiful for this. So it's kind of subtle, but it definitely shows. And as we've talked about in earlier units, this idea of how the mark changes the read of the piece. So with the gel pen, I use the ruler, but this one I'm doing freehand, and how it kind of changes the dynamic. And it's so subtle over the white, but really pretty. So you can take these kind of quick, fast painted designs, but make them pretty cool by adding some different things to them. Here's the felt tip marker. So these kind of work like the Posca pens, but not quite as fabulous. But you can use these as little tests to see, once you've decided how you're going to make your design for the project, for the brand identity story, how they might work. Might try the white one. So you can color all over these, or even just kind of save them for when you're ready to start to do your actual designs and use them as test grounds to see how the paint can work and how you can change a surface and so forth. Okay, so work with all your different tools. Oh, and you should see what happens too if you paint over a surface. So I don't have my palette out, but I can show you. I'll just grab a little white. So you can paint right back into these as well, which can be really fun. There we go. Okay, so try a bunch of little tests, see how they unfold, and I will be excited to see how your 4 little studies turned out. Oh, and if you needed to review how to wash your brushes, I will post that video again from the other unit. Okay, talk to you guys soon. Oh, when we meet next, I'll unfold the rest of the project and then we'll start to get into color after this. Okay, see you soon.